Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. I'm going to have a go at episode 2 now, if that's okay. But just before I start, two little distractions. I'm going to watch the game tonight. I'm very excited. It's PSG versus Liverpool, and I'm going on to the neighbours, and the commentary will be in French, but that's okay. That's cool. The main thing is I get to see the game. Now, I'm a blue. But to be honest, I just like footy, and it'd be great to see the game. The only thing I'm a bit put out about is PSG started doing this, like when they kick off, the uh, the they just kick the ball to the diagonally to the opposing corner flag, and if I was playing against PSG, that would do my head in, and I'd be like, right, I'm not having that. Because to me it's a rugby move, but it's just I don't like it, and it would actually motivate me to make sure that PSG lost. But Liverpool have started doing it as well, and it would just do my head in. And I just hope that Liverpool do it in the derby against Everton, because I'm just hoping there'll be a couple of people in playing for Everton who feel the same and think, right, we're having you, Liverpool, we're going to win this derby. Anyway, enough of that. And the second thing I wanted to bring up as a distraction is there's no symbol for complexity, which I found fascinating. And so, I'd love it. Here's my challenge to you, all of my three imaginary friends who are possibly listening to this. um, why don't you come up with a symbol for complexity? Because there is no single recognized symbol for complexity. And I think that is quite shocking for today, given the kind of environment that we live in. So, here's my big challenge for you. Now, I suppose I better get onto it now, hadn't I? I've waffled on enough. But basically, I want to talk about confidence today. But I'm going to come at it in a different kind of weird way. So it starts off with this fella called Prometheus, who stole something he shouldn't have done. Glad he did, and then it ends with a room full of Quakers sitting in silence. And somewhere in the middle, there's this like French philosopher who I think basically came up with a brilliant explanation for why we're struggling so much, and what's wrong with modern life. So that's the kind of overview, ballpark overview. So the story is there was this Titan who was called Prometheus, and he he looked at human beings and felt basically compassion, and he wanted us to have fire because we were cold, we were frightened, and we were struggling. And life was super hard. Can you imagine? The gods had fire. Zeus and all his boys, they had fire. So, and they were quite cool. No problem. Those pesky humans having no fire. It's not a problem for us. So Prometheus didn't like this. So basically, he stole it. He robbed it. He went on a rob, stole it, and stole it. Stole it. Sorry. Yeah, he went on a rob and stole it. Not stole it, but yeah, stole it, and gave us fire. And Zeus was just went ballistic. He was furious and he couldn't undo it. Once we had the fire, that was it. It was given to us then, and it meant that we could be warm. We could create tools, cook. We could gather together, and we were given agency. We were given, the ability to basically determine our own well-being and direction in life. We were given that inner fire, inner light, which is absolutely crucial to being a human being. So we were really, privileged to get that fire from Zeus. But Prometheus was punished horrifically because Zeus just was beyond mad. And so he was chained to a rock, and an eagle let his liver every single day. So it regenerated every single night, starting again. And so, basically hell for eternity for giving us fire. So what a huge sacrifice that he did. And so this is where Zeus couldn't take the fire back. It was already ours. We already had it. So now the question is, what do we do with that fire? So there we are. We've got the fire. So now I want to turn to like the French philosopher. His name's Baudrillard. I think I'm saying it right. Probably not. But it's, doing a bit better this week on. Anyway, he's a French philosopher. And he had this brilliant idea. And I'll use it. I'll explain it as though I was Del Boy. Wish I was Del Boy because he was a genius. But I'll explain it as though Del Boy's ordering a cocktail called the Baudrillard Special. So the first layer of the cocktail is pure alcohol, and that's the real thing. Obviously, that's the real stuff, the stuff that really makes things work. And it's pure on, full on, happy days, and it's real and true. And then we get the second layer, which is watered down and sort of got lots of like mixes in there. And it's still real, but it's just like, it's just kind of becoming a little bit diluted now for the second layer. And then the third layer of the Baudrillard Special is, because it's Del Boy, is the little umbrella. Now, there's actually no need whatsoever for the little umbrella, but it dresses it up. And it tells the world, hey, everyone, I'm having a cocktail. So, it's pure like, Baudrillard would say it's sorcery. And then for the fourth layer, it's zero alcohol. It's like full on, not even a pretense at alcohol. And it's just, and when you're tasting the cocktail, it just, nobody remembers that it was meant to actually have alcohol in it. It just doesn't taste like anything anymore. It's just the cocktail now. It's just pure simulation, pure simulacra. There's no actual, what's the word? The authenticity and the genuineness of the cocktail is more or less gone. So basically, that's what's happened. We've become a Baudrillard Special Cocktail. Now humans, we've learned what confident looks like, and we perform it. It's not real. We perform it. And we've learned what successful looks like, and we act like we're a success when we're not. And we scroll through people's lives and, try and get ours to sort of match them and meet up to their standards and their values. And basically it's just a blag. It's a scam. And also we're extremely busy, but we have got actually no idea what we feel about anything, because we're that busy that we forget to actually just take stock and take a moment to just sort of think about things and see how it is that we feel. So the fire is in there, but we've forgotten it. Our internal fire is not connected to us anymore. We're just like photocopies, and we've forgotten it, that we've who we are and what we've got. And so for example, with me, as a songwriter and singer and that, you can feel the difference in a room between someone who's actually trying to channel something real, the energy, the mystery, because that's what art is. It's connecting with it. It's not like, but there are others who they've learned the role of being an artist. They can do the swagger and they can perform it, and they're dead good at it. They are top notch at it. But there are photocopy artists. It's not real. They've read all the right things and they know all the right people. They know what to say. They're dead likable. They're dead charming. They've got the groove, but it just doesn't work. It's empty. It just is. The fire's gone out and they haven't noticed, because it's hard being an artist. That's the crucial thing. Being an artist is having a fire. So, for example, if I haven't, because it takes a lot of confidence to make something. So if I haven't done any music for a couple of days, I'm nervous. I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I can do this. And that's what it is. It's what, so there's this thing called learned helplessness. And what that is we lose our confidence really quickly. And basically, if it happens enough times in our daily lives, and we're exposed to enough situations where our actions don't seem to make a difference, we actually stop trying to do it. So we give up. We give up when we don't need to, but we've lost all our confidence. And I think that's what's happening now on a massive scale culturally. We've lost our confidence and we've lost our connection to who we are and the fire within us. And we're teaching people through 1,000 daily comparisons that the real inner responses matter less than our performed outer ones. And that is grim. That is not where it's at. So basically what counts is our own real inner response, much less than the performed outer one, because that's the photocopy. But that's what's valued in the world, because it's easy to see and easy to like and easy to acknowledge, but it's wrong. It's not good for us. So basically we live in a highly complex world, and we just got no idea, the level of information overload. We've got too many choices. Everything's changing so fast. Got like passwords coming out of our ears. The mental load and, overscheduling is just too much for our little brains. Our frontal lobes just cannot deal with the processing of it, because our brains are old. We're not made for this modern world. We're not wired for being always connected and notified and, tied into the full on madness of human existence. It's just not who we are. It's not the way we're made. And this is why the Quakers are dead important, in my opinion, because we need to simplify. We just need to get simple. And the Quakers are mega because there's no priests, there's no hierarchy, there's no performance, there's no script, no liturgy. It's just a group of people just sitting quiet in silence. I mean, how weird's that? And how mega? And basically all they do is wait, not for instructions from the outside, but from the fire within, from the inner voice. The Prometheus sacrificed his life for us to benefit from. And so this might be a bit weird for people to hear me say this, but like with the Quakers, they say, "Be still and know thy God," which is just exactly the same as "Be still and know thy fire," and also "Be still and know thyself." It's the same source and energy. It's the core to who we are and will help us cope in this really difficult, complex, full-on mad world. So, like, when you stop performing, when you stop scrolling, just when you sit in the silence, just for 5 minutes, something is still there. Something that was there before all the noise started. And it's who you are. It's your fire. And it's when you've been a photocopy all day, it's hard to acknowledge that because it's scary, but we need to do it. It's good for us. It's where it's at. And you know, the Quakers, bless them, they weren't passive. They were radical and they're brave and stubborn. And basically that's what confidence is. It's like, this is who we are. This is what's happening. We're not loud. We're quiet. We're not a performance. There's no words. We're just conscious, quietly conscious of the knowledge that the inner fire within us is real and that our inner responses are real. And that's what I mean about confidence. Just the confidence to be still and not to be a photocopy, not to perform it, not to have this artifice and this act and this mask on. There's no point. It's and it's boring. It's boring and it's not useful to you. So I know it's hard. It really is hard, but it's where it's at. And you know, and you just basically just bear it in mind. And the photocopy thing it's not a moral failure. It's just difficult to not be a photocopy. It's the default setting now. You've even got a thing in it, in the brain, the default network mode or something. So it's just, you know, it is the photocopy mode is the default setting in modern life, and it shouldn't be. We just need to just get back to knowing, recognizing the inner voice and the inner fire, and noticing the quietness of our nature and the depth of our nature that doesn't perform. And that's the brilliant thing about music, art, films, and that they just remind us of that. So if you can, if you can think of something that touches on that inner fire, please let me know. My 3 imaginary friends, please let me know, and please, be made up if you do come up for a symbol for complexity, because we definitely need one. So that's it. Hope you have a great day. Take it easy, and thanks for listening. And next one, I'll no idea what I'm going to talk about, but if you've got any ideas about that, please let me know. All right, take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.